Welcome to the Sankofa Pan-African series. We travel through history's corridors, illuminating Afrocentric narratives. Support us through Patreon or by buying me coffee. Your subscription is a great start, but do hit the bell for notifications so you know when we have new episodes. Share our videos and visit our website sankofastorybooks.com for stories, biographies, Afrocentric nursery rhymes, and other resources for children. Together can change the negative narratives about us. The ancient Greek civilization is the cornerstone of the Western cultural and historical landscape, which has shaped their art, philosophy, and religion. While it's widely acknowledged that the Greek civilization interacted with the Egyptian civilization through trade, warfare, and diplomacy, the extent to which ancient Egyptian mythology influenced Greek mythology often goes unrecognized. This episode delves into some of the ways Greek mythology borrowed and adapted elements from ancient Egypt, highlighting the interconnectedness of human cultures and the flow of ideas across borders and epochs. One of the most direct influences of Egyptian mythology on Greek mythology can be seen in the syncretism of gods and goddesses. The Ptolemaic period, which began with the conquest of Alexander of Macedonia, saw a blending of Greek and Egyptian cultures. The Greeks, fascinated by the ancient rituals and deities of Egypt, began to draw parallels between their gods and those of the Egyptians. For example, the Greek god Hermes was identified with Thoth, the Egyptian god of wisdom, writing, and knowledge. Similarly, Isis, one of the most important Egyptian goddesses, was equated with Demeter, the Greek goddess of the harvest, and later with Hera and Aphrodite, incorporating her aspects of motherhood, fertility, and healing into the Greek pantheon. Greek mythology was also influenced by Egyptian mythological motifs and narratives. The concept of the underworld, judgment after death, and the idea of resurrection have deep roots in Egyptian mythology. The story of Osiris, who was murdered, dismembered, and then resurrected by his wife Isis to conceive their son Horus, bears thematic similarities to various Greek myths, including the myth of Persephone and Demeter, which revolves around death, rebirth, and the changing seasons. Moreover, the Egyptian idea of the soul's judgment in the afterlife, with the heart weighed against the feather of Mahat, truth, echoes in the Greek concept of the underworld, where souls are judged by Rhadamanthus, Minos, and Iacchus, with the mysteries of life, death, and the divine. Greek travelers, traders, and settlers in Egypt came into contact with Egyptian religious practices and beliefs, which they interpreted through their own cultural and religious lenses. Herodotus, the Greek historian, wrote extensively about his observations in Egypt, and they reflect the Greeks' interest in and adaptation of Egyptian religious practices. The ancient city of Alexandria became a melting pot of Greek and Egyptian cultures. The famous Library of Alexandria and the associated Mausoleum were centers of learning where Greek scholars studied Egyptian ideas. This environment facilitated the integration of Egyptian mythological concepts into Greek thought, further blurring the lines between the two mythologies. The blending of Egyptian and Greek mythology illustrates how myths evolve, absorbing and reinterpreting elements from diverse sources to address universal questions about the human condition, the natural world, and the divine. By unraveling the threads of ancient myths, we uncover not only the unique characteristics of each culture, but also the shared human endeavor to make sense of the world through the power of storytelling.